Welcome back, everybody, on stop 2 of my Summer Abroad series. So in this episode, I'm going to be taking a look at the film As Above, So Below, and the location we're in for this review would be Paris, France. So in case you don't know what As Above, So Below is, it's about a team of explorers who venture into the catacombs that lie beneath the streets of Paris. They uncover the dark secret that lies within the city of the dead. Now, I have seen this before, and upon reading the trivia, there's a lot more to the film than I originally thought. It's definitely a film that it'd be great to rewatch multiple times and then piece together certain things, and I'll get into it, some of the allegories and stuff like that later. It won't talk much about them or dissect them. Maybe I should do a discussion video on that with a couple friends and then really pick this film apart. The opening of the film perfectly showcases the claustrophobic nature and intensity of the film while setting up the journey and introducing the main character of Scarlett. In that, she's searching for the Rose Key, which I believe is something to help translate easier, something like the Rosetta Stone. I think that's what it's called. So it's interestingly shot and framed. For the most part, it's handheld. I found it was kind of shot a little bit differently than other found footage type films. Probably in the sense that characters survive and they have all the footage, so I guess maybe the characters put together the movie. So interesting way that sets it aside and that documentary style as opposed to the standard style that you'd find in found footage. It's definitely an interesting way to portray this story. The entire film is an allegory for Dante's Inferno, and it's perfectly executed. I didn't even know that when I was watching it, but you can kind of see, once you have that idea in your mind and then you think back on the film, you can see specific parts where it's almost like they're kind of going in a circle. They're going to places that they were at before, but there's a slight difference. Interestingly executed, and you'd have to watch it to see exactly what I mean. The lore of the film is perfectly integrated and showcased within the complex story, which I really like these films that have that backstory. It definitely is an interesting way to showcase the Paris catacombs. Some YouTubers now are filming videos in the catacombs and stuff like that, which is very cool. I'd like to visit the catacombs at some point, but I haven't decided if I want to go off the actual official path. I'll probably decide by the time I go. The cult element is an interesting addition to the story that I think it just adds to the lore of the film. Kind of do wish they kind of explored it just a tiny bit more, because it was only in the beginning of the film, and then as they were, I guess, going through the levels of hell as per Dante's Inferno, they kind of lose that, I guess, as they get deeper and deeper. They do say that the only way to get out is to go deeper. The supernatural evil that's in the catacombs, it seems to be an ancient evil that is able to affect. So this evil that's in the catacombs is using the characters' sins, this one thing that they're kind of struggling with accepting whether they made the right choice or not, and the only way out is to atone for those sins and actually truly mean it, which is an interesting element to the story and is not something you find normally. The adventure elements are perfect and are definitely bringing up National Treasure type vibes, which I really like. That exploration of history and the fact that all this stuff is just lying there, the mystery. I just find that really cool, and it's perfectly executed in here. The effects in the film are decently executed. I think I might have had some issues with it, but off the top of my head I can't really remember them. Editing and pacing of the film is great, and I will definitely have to watch it again or buy a copy of it so that I can examine it further and truly dissect the film, because I like doing that to films. So at the time of filming this, there was a film that I had kind of reviewed, I think, back in February of this year, called Keeper of Darkness, and I watched it yesterday with someone, and she picked out a bunch of elements that I never picked up before, and it just kind of blew my mind that the attention to detail in that film was even deeper, or stuff like that. Like, that film kind of just blew me away. And with this, I think it's one of the only North American films that has this much depth, besides last month's review or on the film Mother. They just require a bunch of viewing to get like the full story, and just thinking about it now, it's like kind of confusing because I haven't put all the pieces together, but when I do, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, I'll probably do a discussion video on those films along with this one, dissecting like all these different elements to it, figuring out meanings behind everything. So if I had to give this rating, I'd probably give it a similar rating to the last review. So I would give it a 9.99. So yeah, like, it was, I think, only negative thing I had was they didn't really explore the cult element as much as I would have liked. So hopefully I can do a discussion or whatever and then dissect it, or like if they do like a sequel where they explore like a different style of sequel, just explore like the mystery, the cult element to the film, I think that'd be cool, but not entirely sure how it would work. Hopefully you like this review and didn't mind me rambling a bit. Stay tuned. The next stop on our tour is gonna be Holland, with the pseudo slasher or slasher, like it's complicated, horror film called The Windmill. Really cool film. Can't wait to review that one, so stay tuned for that one, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.